Hi everyone, I am Leo and I came from the beautiful but climate change vulnerable country of 7,107 islands in Asia Pacific, the Philippines. Last November 8th, we suffered and we survived from the strongest typhoon that ever affected our country, Typhoon Haiyan. So I am now here in Tanawan and I am now here at the center island approaching the town. So you see it is park before, but after Typhoon Haiyan it has become a memorial ground. It's become a temporary grave site for um, those who died of Haiyan and were buried here. So this is the story of my people. Life after Haiyan is very difficult. Even our livelihoods were washed out, and even our identity, our rich culture and heritage, like the Balo Cathedral, is valued. We have been facing various difficulties, such as access to water, sanitation, and hygiene, food, livelihood, shelter, and the pain of loss. I myself have lost my aunt and cousin, and right now we are still finding their bodies. So life after Haiyan is not very easy, and with climate change, it's further exacerbated. Every day, we experience differences of weather. Right now here in Palok, it's very hot, and right next to it, it rains heavily. And once again we are flooded. So we're living a reality that climate change exists. Right now, even planting crops is very difficult to us. And even, transporting our goods and services is also very difficult because of the ruined bridges and roads that links us to other cities and towns across Eastern Visayas and across the Philippines. So, um, how we are trying to cope with climate change is that we try our best through mitigation and adaptation in our own very little, and at the same time lobby to our councils and to our government to have comprehensive climate change adaptation and mitigation. One of our campaigns also is the activation of the People Survival Fund and making a green climate fund a fund that will meet the need of the people, a fund that is not an international financial institution, but rather it's a green climate fund, is a fund of the people. But also, we're campaigning for climate justice because we believe that there must be action that must be done for us to prevent another catastrophic disaster like Haiyan. All of us should take part in it, and all of us should be involved in it. Just 4 hours, Typhoon Haiyan's strong winds have devastated our homes, our schools, our properties, our source of livelihood, and our lives. Along with the mighty current of the mighty storm surge are the debris and the lifeless bodies of our fellow Filipinos who were drowned during the typhoon. No words can describe our situation. What only we have right now is our determination to move on when hearing the memories of our departed loved ones. And along with it came the help of the world. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you, the people of the world, the United Nations, the countries, the governments, the European Union, for sending help to us when we were in need. Along with my gratitude is a plea to the European Union to move a step forward to be the leader in terms of having an ambitious climate deal in 2015. And I call the host country for COP 2015 President Francois Hollande to take the steps further in ensuring that the climate deal will be achieved in Paris next year. And for our world leaders who will be meeting in Peru this year, we must learn the lessons that Haiyan gave us. It's a hard lesson that climate change is real, that it affects lives, that it affects people, and everyone can be a victim of climate change. With the advent of super typhoons, hurricanes, massive droughts, and climate change is happening everywhere. Here in San Joaquin Palo is another mass grave for the people who were carried away by the mighty storm surge. They are the silent witnesses that climate change has affected us, and a vulnerable country like the Philippines is left unguarded. So right now, as we move on, I hope that you join me in our quest for a binding, ambitious climate deal, as well as climate justice for all the victims of Typhoon Haiyan. My message to my fellow young people is that we may be homeless, roofless, but we must not be hopeless.